It's Coffee Break. Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Break. This morning I had quite a revelation when I learned how to phonetically sound out Rohirrim
Yes.
and how I was spelling it. And I realized I've been saying this noun, Rohirrim, for quite a while, almost my whole life now, and no one ever stopped to correct me on this.
Well, I don't think you were saying it wrong.
Yeah, but now it makes me wonder how often am I mispronouncing things, and people are just like, "Oh, I guess he just doesn't know how to talk."
It's okay. So I think you were given a pass when it was a fantasy world.
Mm-hmm.
There's a character in the Aragon books.
Aragon?
No, I only read the first 3. I could not tell you what this person's name was because my eyes just slid across the name. It was like I knew what letter it started with, like a G or something.
And you just weren't reading the
And
name.
it was just so much fantasy jargon. I could not comprehend it and did not care.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering. That was a weird eye-hand movement. Did you hear that?
That was, ew.
That was weird. Okay, let's kick this off.
Yeah.
Disney has canceled a Tiana show.
Yeah.
This was envisioned as a musical about the princess from Princess and the Frog.
Similar to Tangled, the TV show.
Yeah, but that came out. Okay. That came out shortly after the movie.
Yeah, I don't know why they waited so long.
They
Probably wanted the Bayou thing to happen first, and that one took forever.
Yeah, they finally got the ride going, which apparently it's already fallen apart.
Did you see that video?
No, I didn't see it.
It's like actually scary because like everything's moving, but all their like audio is like slowed down and pitched down. It's scary.
Okay. Interesting. So they canceled this show, and they said it was because they no longer want to focus on long form streaming.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I'm really confused now because are you saying that you give up on Disney Plus?
I guess so.
But then what about these other shows? Like Daredevil just started, and Andor's about to show up.
Is it just their animation department?
Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like, and this is just me, if I'm doing things that aren't doing well, rather than just giving up entirely, why not, like, do them better? Like, listen to your audiences or something.
Well, one of the producers said that it just wasn't cost effective to do this.
How?
And I don't know. I guess they were trying to do it in the traditional animated sense.
I feel like that would still be fine, like, cost-wise.
Don't you have to have, like, way more artists sitting there working on each illustration?
No, it would probably be done in something like Toon Boom, where their models, you don't need to draw each one individually. You can, but usually there's like a model, like a puppet, like a paper puppet that they can move and manipulate around.
Okay.
And that's probably because that's how the Rapunzel one was done, with a few, except for a few shots here or there. That's probably how they would have done this one.
So they didn't use actual people as reference. They had just a animated figurine.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Well,
You still have to draw over each of those frames.
No, the figurine is it. Like, I wish I could. I could.
So is it like one of your characters you make in Blender?
Kinda, but 2D.
Okay. And they can still move around?
Yeah, that's how most cartoons are made these days. You know that, right?
But they move like...
You can. There's a trick to pivot them so they look like you can have like a face turning, like in a 3D realm.
Yeah.
Not necessarily every show does that, but yeah, that's how cartoons are made now.
That's so lame. Okay.
How's that lame?
I don't know. I
It's-
just feel like you're just not doing the actual job.
You are. You still have to draw it. You still have to draw all the individual pieces.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, what was more interesting to me, I can see they were trying to line up that we made the ride. Now let's do a show about her. Everybody loves her. If you don't, you need to start asking different questions.
Yes. One of the best princesses.
Yeah.
Hands down.
She is known as the first and so far the only black princess.
Yeah.
I guess Moana, kinda.
No.
No,
No.
no, I tried. Pacific Islander, she is.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. What are they doing with streaming? They've talked about how much they don't like Disney Plus
I know.
and how they've just hemorrhaged money on this thing. And I'm like, how? It's ugly.
They're making such weird decisions, like this Tiana thing. People have been buzzing about it for a while.
Yeah.
Plenty of people showed interest, and instead they made this win or lose, like Inside Out spin-off series.
Yeah.
That absolutely no one wanted. That one got made, but the one people said they wanted, you're canceling. I really think they just do not listen to what the actual fan base is talking about.
No, they're probably just looking at numbers.
Maybe.
Because that's their whole thing. They're thinking about money. They just want money. Mm-hmm. That's the whole point of the business. Which sucks because that gets in the way of artistry. Disney's more than just movie making.
It's great. You know what's crazy? So many indie things, like indie animations and stuff,
Yeah.
are exploding and are doing phenomenally well. And Disney would never just do something as risky as, like, taking a chance on something slightly different. Because they care so much about the money, they only want to do something that they can formulaically, like, kind of map out.
Yes.
And so doing something new and exciting that people would probably love,
Yeah.
they're not going to do because they want to guarantee they break even.
Well, one thing they're going to want to do, and they did this with Epic Games. After Epic Games came out with Fortnite and it was popular, this is the boom of it, Disney came in and bought the majority of shares. And now they own Epic Games, basically.
Yes.
A weird one is Budweiser, the beer maker. Mm-hmm. The way they handled the microbrewery boom. Because nobody wanted domestic beers, they wanted microbrewery because the IPAs were all in.
Yeah.
Budweiser was just losing money, and they're like, how do we do this? They just went in and bought up a bunch of microbreweries.
And it's weird because Disney's done that before.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying is this is what mega conglomerates do.
But now it's not working.
You can't buy everything, I guess.
Nah, can't buy talent.
Yeah. Okay. James Gunn announced a new animated series about Starfire.
Yeah.
Called Starfire. Mm-hmm. And it will not be part of the DCU.
Okay.
It is part of the Elseworlds.
Okay.
Which means basically it's not connected to anything going on with DC right now. It's its own thing, but it's coming.
I'm so into that.
Yeah.
I'm multiversed out, quite frankly. Shared universe out. Marvel has shown me how it can quickly become too big for itself.
Yeah.
I'm totally into Elseworld. I'm curious to see what they do with Starfire.
Yeah, it should be fun.
There's a lot to her, more than just being the Teen Titan.
I would like to see her hanging out with her sister.
That would be cool.
And they just do wacky things.
I agree. I
Yes.
think that could be fun.
The Green Lantern series. Mm-hmm. They announced who Hal Jordan would be. I already forgot his name, though.
I don't.
Kyle something. There's a picture, because it's in production,
Nice.
of them walking down the street. Mm-hmm. I'm so excited.
I am too. Oh my goodness. I've been waiting impatiently for Green Lantern stuff for so long.
If
Ryan Reynolds' does not count.
Yeah, there's nothing really good to say about Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern.
Nope.
And if we just pretend it didn't exist, we'll all be better for it.
But I can't though.
I know.
It's the only thing we have.
I mean, he hates it so much he had to bring it back in a different movie.
Mm-hmm.
But
I saw someone say one time, this was a while ago, that they're like, he references it too often. It's not that bad of a movie. And I was like, no, it is. It is that bad of a movie. Do not let nostalgia blind you. Green Lantern is that bad.
there's just so many issues with it.
It's just ugly.
When you read into that movie and why it just does not work.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're writing pages the day of.
Yes.
Which Joker 2 did.
Yeah, wasn't
And
that...
look at how that turns out, guys.
It's almost like we all know the formula that will make a movie fail, and yet they keep doing it.
Yeah. Well, again, it's about making money, not art.
Mm-hmm.
The Academy Awards happened this weekend.
Yeah.
We're just going to talk about the winners. We didn't watch the Academy Awards.
Nope.
I had better things to do. Like doing that Venom review.
Yes.
Yeah. So who are the winners? The Best Picture went to Anora.
I don't know what that one is.
It's about a girl.
Okay, sure.
Pretty sure her name's Anora.
Oh,
Best Director, Sean Baker for Anora.
great. It's going to be one of those things, eh?
Oh, yes. Adrian Brody for The Brutalist.
I like Adrian Brody. He's great.
He is a good actor.
He's pretty. He's a pretty man.
Mickey Madison for Anora.
Uh-huh.
As Anora.
Oh, okay.
Best Actor in Supporting Role, Kieran Culkin.
Good for him.
Yeah, that's crazy that he just popped back.
Mm-hmm.
And he became even more of a star than his brother.
Yeah.
And he's got Secession.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's got A Real Pain.
Yep.
So, like, I'm curious where you keep going because he keeps stepping it up again.
Yeah.
You know?
Do more stuff.
Mm-hmm. Best Actress in a Supporting Role, Zoe...
Saldana.
Is that how you say that?
I think so. Boo. Boo, she's bad.
Why?
Did you not see her do whole blackface for a movie back in 2012?
She's black.
No.
Gamora?
Who am I thinking of? Who am I thinking of?
Avatar girl?
I saw something today.
Okay. Okay. Best Writing, Anora again. Best Writing Adapted Screenplay, Conclave. Best Animated Feature, Flow.
Good for them. I've seen a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff for Flow. It looks great.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful.
Nice. I do want to watch it. I knew it was going to be a big one since it just kind of showed up out of nowhere and everyone was like, it's really good.
It's all made in Blender.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Your little animation thing?
Yeah.
Nice. We don't care about international films.
No.
Documentaries. Short films. Best Music, The Brutalist.
Uh-huh.
Best Music Original Song, El Mal from Emily Perez.
I saw people were upset that Wicked didn't get nominated for that category. And it's like, yeah, because those aren't original songs.
No.
They were made years ago for
Now-
the musical.
Now, if it was the Tonys, when it
Yeah.
first came out, then yeah, they could have been in there. But yeah. Best Sound would be Dune Part 2.
Good for them.
Wicked won Best Production. Cinematography, The Brutalist. Best Makeup and Hairstyling, The Substance. Costume, Wicked.
Anora.
Best Visual Effects, Dune 2. Okay. So Nosferatu got nothing.
Nope. Totally. Just the same, like, 4 movies, one, over and over.
Yeah.
A lot of Anora. And that always happens. There's
It
always
does.
some weird, like, art house thing that's usually, like, French or something that no one has seen and no one watched, and it just sweeps. And that's what this was.
There was one year where the best international film also won Best Picture.
Yeah.
Roma.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know what the heck this is.
No one saw it. I think it was on Netflix.
It's just...
But Netflix isn't like I don't go to Netflix and be like, where's the Academy Award winning film of this year?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll find the old ones because Netflix is the bargain bin.
Yeah, it's the dump bucket.
Yeah, they don't have the $5 DVD bargain bins anymore because Netflix literally is it.
Mm-hmm. It's just pretentiousness.
Yes.
This one's artsy and it speaks to me on like an emotional level.
Yeah, and it's such a shame because they've always been kind of snooty and snobby about it.
That's why you'll never see a horror movie. That's why.
Well, Nosferatu.
Yeah, got shafted.
Yeah.
Superhero movies don't win. Comedies don't win. It's always these like art pieces about like, ooh, the tragedies of living. It's like, why not? Like, Endgame deserved to win, and it didn't.
They didn't even give it to Lion King.
Nope.
The movies that win the Academy Award are almost never going to be the ones that are remembered.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something you need to think about when you think about how prestige the Academy Award is. Because it's basically giving it to the best loser.
Yes. Congratulations. The most old white men liked your movie.
Like, Anora won, right? Mm-hmm. Next year, are you going to even think about Anora?
No.
Or are you going to talk about Anora? When is it going to just naturally come up?
It's going to be one of those things where, like, years from now, someone will be like, oh, this one was great, like Wicked or Nosferatu. This one's great. Surely it won, right? And they'll look it up and they'll be like, what the heck is a Nora?
Yeah.
That happens so often with movies.
Mm-hmm.
Boo.
That's always a fun little game. Watch an old movie that you really like and then look at who won the Academy Award that year. Mm-hmm. It's almost always a letdown. So last week we knew we dropped the episode the same day of Pokemon Day.
Yes.
And we knew that we would have to hold back talking about Pokemon until this episode.
Yeah.
We knew it would be a week long.
Yes.
Everything's been talked about except for our own opinions and feelings. Mm-hmm. So first we're going to start with Pokemon ZA.
Yeah, that's the big thing that got announced.
Yes, it's the biggest thing. It's not ZA.
Nope.
It's ZA.
It's so disappointing because I want to call it Za and I want to call him Az, but that's neither are accurate.
Well, the truth is, it's still ZA to me.
I'm gonna call it Za. Jin Za.
It's gonna be easier to remember it. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't need to say Pokemon Legends Arceus. You just go, hey, did you play Arceus?
Mm-hmm. Or Legends Arceus, yeah.
But then, yeah, Legends ZA.
Legends ZA. You just need to stop to say the Z. What do they call it in Britain? Zed? Legends ZA?
Z Alpha? So we found out that there is a release date somewhat late this year.
Yes. Nothing specific.
Well, here's the thing. Pokemon always drops around November 15th every time they release a game.
Yep.
Except for that one year where they did Legends Arceus. Yeah. But Diamond and Pearl came out that same time. Mm-hmm. So around November 15th, you will probably see the release of this game.
Yes.
And it's just in time before Black Friday.
Mm-hmm. Just right before all the holiday stuff.
Yep. So we got to see a little bit of Lumiose City. Mm-hmm. We got to see our cool avatars and how gangster they are with their fedoras.
I really hope it would make sense that we could customize. That was literally the game that introduced customization. I would hope I could customize my character because I don't want to wear a fedora.
Only if I could put a feather in it.
But I like that the girls wear pants. This is the first time the female character is like their default is long pants.
I never thought about that.
Usually it's a skirt or shorts.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
And then we got introduced to a couple of characters, like AZ.
Yep.
Az.
Your rivals. What was it? Tawny and Urbane.
Yeah.
Because it's urban and towny for some reason.
Yeah, and it looks, depending on which gender you choose, they're the opposite.
Yeah, which is a bit... I would like to have both rivals, honestly. They could be twins. We could hang out together as a trio.
Replaying Diamond version, Brilliant Diamond right now. Mm-hmm. And you're replaying Shining Pearl.
Yep.
She's copying me, by the way.
I am.
And we did a battle, and I won.
Yes, I made a fatal mistake. I didn't think your Jirachi knew a psychic type move.
And you played a Machop.
I did.
You have, I call him Lucas.
Yes.
Barry is also another name he's known. I think that's his proper name.
Barry is the blonde kid. Lucas is the player, the male default player's name.
My name.
Yes.
Okay.
And Dawn is the girl's name.
Yeah, I know. Dawn and Barry. Mm-hmm. Right? In that game, you have two different rivals. Yeah. And they'll come up and fight you every now and then.
I think they really nailed it with Black and White, the first one. Not the second one. The second one's not good. The more they sit with it, the less I like Black and White too. But the first one, you have Sharon and Bianca, and each one picks the other starter. You don't. So you have the one that has the weakness to you, and you have the one that has the strength to you.
Yep.
And it's great. And you three go on an adventure. And they have never done that quite the right way again since then.
Talking to other Pokemon fans away from you, we were going through the generations, and when it came to 5 and like what's wrong with it,
Yeah.
honestly, I could only think of one thing:
What?
rotation battles.
Yeah, they're barely in there though.
I know, and they introduced them and never come back to it.
Yeah,
Right?
it's like only 2 places do rotation button.
Which, there's a new game they announced. They didn't say much about it. Champions? Mm-hmm. I hope they put that option in there.
You know what? Yes. I played
every-
a lot of weird, dumb options.
Yeah, all the weird Pokemon battling options. We'll talk about it more when we get there. Anyways, Gen 5 is probably one of the best generations they've ever made. And one of the ballsiest ones because it just dares to reset.
Yes. I like Black and White a lot.
Yes.
I think Black and White 2 lost a lot of what made Black and White so good.
I got both of them. I didn't really beat 2.
I tried multiple times.
Yeah.
I have yet to ever beat 2.
Oh, so I think, I got white version because Reshiram.
You got black version. Zekrom is white version.
They're opposite?
Yes.
That's so dumb. So then I got black, and then I got white too because I was like, I need white version.
To get the other one.
But I didn't know it's a direct sequel.
Yeah.
And you start on the other. I didn't like that. So I totally agree with you about 2 not being good. But the first one's really good.
It is.
Why did I talk about this?
That's a good question.
Okay, well, back to Lumio City.
Yeah.
We got to see the wild areas.
Yeah. A little bit of them.
Mm-hmm. And from what we saw, it looked compacted.
Yes.
And very tiny and not cool.
It
just looked like a ghetto.
That is the part I am most worried about. I'm fine with a ghetto section. You know, we saw a Garbodor and Trubbish and stuff.
Yep.
That would make sense.
And a Jinx.
Did we?
No.
Oh.
The problems with Jinx.
Yes. Like, you will never see Jinx again.
Yeah.
I'm amazed we got more Alakazam after Yuri Geller's whole thing with it.
Yeah.
What was I saying? My biggest worry is I'm most worried it's all going to look like just a samey cityscape everywhere.
Well, I know that at some point you'd be on top of a roof. Mm-hmm. And that would be a wild area where you can catch birds.
Yeah.
And you can go down into the sewers where you can catch Lapras.
That would be...
Because I would assume that would be in a French sewer.
That would be so cool. A weird, like sewer legend, and you need to figure out what it is, and it's like a Lapras or something.
It should be a crocodile?
I
I would play into that myth.
For alligator?
For alligator's one of the starters.
That's true.
Oh yeah, we saw our starters.
Yeah, I'm conflicted. I like all of them.
So this is probably the thing that divided a lot of people, where everyone's excited for the game, but the starters, it's Chikorita,
Yeah.
Tepig,
Yeah.
and Crocodile.
Totodile.
Totodile, sorry.
Yeah. The 2 Johto starters. And then Tepig.
Yes, 2 Johtos. And last time we got Typhlosion, what's his name? Cyndaquil. Mm-hmm. So Johto just got a bunch of love.
I bet my theory is that they wanted to get all the Johto starters caught up with each other, so then they can release like a TCG pack or expansion or something that's like Johto Legends or whatever, and then you would have all 3 of the Johto starters with their fun new evolutions and whatnot.
Yeah. That would be fun. Mm-hmm. Maybe put them in the show or something.
That would be cool.
I'm also thinking about the trading card game Pocket.
Yep.
That would be a fun little like adder to it.
Mm-hmm. I'm super into it. I think it's fine. I don't know what to pick. I don't know. I can't choose between Tepig and Chikorita. I have to see if I assume they'll get new forms.
Yeah.
I hope it's not just new Mega Evolutions.
They should also go Mega.
I don't know. I'm fine with what... I need to see what their new stuff is before I make a decision. Because I like both of them a lot.
So that's all... Wait, there's the battle system.
Yes.
So the battle system's pretty cool. I want to play it to see how it actually works.
This is the part that I'm actually most excited about.
When you're battling, they showed us that you can control your Pokemon and have it run around the arena where it can literally just sidestep an attack.
This is something I've wanted for so long.
Yeah, well, it's like in the TV show, Ash tells Pikachu to do crazy things. Tail Whip actually does damage, you know? And that kind of irritated me when I saw that, because I was like, it should do like 10 damage and just lower defense.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a crazy hard hit.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Now you can run around. It sounds great on paper.
I watched a video, someone like kind of breaking down like extra little things. Like you can withdraw your Pokemon to avoid a hit if you need to.
Oh.
You can use Protect. Someone used Protect, but they had to time up Protect to activate at the right time to actually protect the Pokemon. Like it was a Lucario using Protect, and then I think it was like a Fletchling, and they were waiting until Fletchling
Even match.
was like moving before they hit Protect, so they could get the animation to line up properly.
Oh.
I think that's cool.
So,
I'm into it.
So yeah, it sounds like it's all about timing then. Well, I would hope that they worked really hard on this combat pace.
Yes.
And it should be the same guys who made Legends Arceus, right?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I am too. We didn't see any new Pokemon, no Megas.
No, I will say, like, if the gameplay wasn't that interesting, my excitement levels would be much lower.
They announced this way too soon.
They did. If this had been the first time we had ever heard of ZA, I would be over the moon. But because they announced it a year ago, and we've had a year to sit and speculate and wait.
And now basically we have another year to sit and just wait.
Yep. So I think they shouldn't have announced it so early.
Yeah, they should have done it this year, and that would have been the big thing.
Yes.
Why did they do that last year?
I don't know. Maybe they thought they were going to be done sooner. Maybe they had to... They were like, it's going to be done sooner, and then it's like, nope, we're doing the Switch 2. So we have to like hold back on this so it can launch with the Switch 2.
Okay. One of the things at the end of that trailer, it just says for Nintendo.
Yeah.
It does not say Switch. It does not say Switch 2.
Which is crazy, because last year's Pokemon Day had so much stuff going on. I don't feel like they needed to tack ZA onto it.
No, they didn't have to.
And this one was kind of bare bones. Other than ZA, there's not much of anything I really cared about.
Yeah, it was a 20-minute presentation.
It was,
and honestly, altogether, it was a letdown. I walked away going to work, like, kind of upset. I was like, this is Pokemon Day?
We're sitting here. The trailer for ZA is literally like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Of the whole 20-minute presentation. That was it?
That's all they wanted to tell us. So that multiplayer Champions was announced. They gave us a trailer. It's not gameplay.
Nah.
But they were showing Pokemon through time.
Yes.
And they're going through all the consoles of them fighting.
Which that gimmick has started to lose its charm for me. They've done that every single year for a while now.
Well, it is 29 years of Pokemon.
True. They gotta really pop off next year for the big 30.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, the 30th should be a great celebration, I guess. Mm-hmm. Pokemon Champions will be for the Switch and iPhones and Android. Mm-hmm. And basically, you just battle with Pokemon.
I hope there's more to it than that. Like, the only thing I can think of comparing it to is Pokemon Stadium, which was also just like that. Where you could rent Pokemon.
It's almost just Pokemon Stadium 3, but you can take it anywhere.
I hope they have as much as what Pokemon Stadium had to offer. Different cups, mini games, trivia.
You're not going to get the mini games. I told you, the mini games became apps.
No, you're right.
Magikarp Jump.
Pokemon Sleep. Yep. Pokemon Brush Your Teeth.
Pokemon Smile?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, again, they only announced it? Oh yeah, they said it connects to Pokemon Home, so you can bring your guys over to help you fight.
Yeah.
But all they did was announce it. We have to wait quite a while before we even get to see anything about this.
Yeah, I don't like this new trend. I also feel like they're prioritizing like app games way too much. And I know why. It probably makes them a buttload of money. But I want more spin-offs. That was the one thing I said I wanted last week. Was something like Mystery Dungeon. Mm-hmm. And we don't.
Well, one of the reasons why they're focusing on apps, this Pokemon trading card game Pocket, where they announced the new Arceus Triumphant Light theme booster pack. It's already been out.
Yeah.
You already know about it.
Uh-huh.
This game itself has already made almost $500 million.
Yeah. So I understand. I get it. but I want more. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm greedy.
They're making new episodes for Pokemon Concierge, which will come out on Netflix September of this year.
I'm excited. I loved it. I thought it was so charming last time.
I have nothing to say other than let's do this. This was fun. I love the way they look.
Also, now you can watch. You don't need a Netflix account to watch it. It's all been posted to YouTube. The first season for Concierge.
Nice.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Looking out for everyone.
It's also just like let as many people as possible see the great animation that the stop motion team did.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet will have more outbreaks.
And people are still playing that game for sure.
Pokemon Go's Unova tour is kicking off in March.
Yeah.
Pokemon Unite added Suicune, Alolan Raichu, and Alcremie.
Alchemy.
I thought Suicune was already in that game.
I did too.
I swear I have played it or I fought one.
I know Suicune was in Pokken Tournament. Maybe that's what
Is
we're
it a
thinking.
playable character?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It
I never
was.
played that one. I know.
You never did?
Nah.
I loved it. It was the best. You have this one girl who hangs out with you, and she's like your Navi, basically. She had a Sneasel for some reason. The voice actress was horrible. And so she was really stilted and overread her lines. And so my imagination was that she was just a robot.
Okay.
And I loved it. I thought it was a great game.
Is anyone still playing Pokemon Unite?
I don't know.
I don't think I ever met a person who actually says they are.
I rage quit in it too early. It was like a month in, and I was like, I can't keep doing this. It's just pissing me off.
Yeah.
So I don't have no idea.
Okay. Cafe Remix got new outfits.
Yeah.
Pokemon EX got new masters to sync.
Yeah. Brendan and May syncing with Groudon and Kyogre in their origin forms. Shiny origin something, whatever. What?
Primal.
Yeah. I was close. The Dialga and Palkia origin.
Yeah.
I was close. Also, Steven Stone gets Rayquaza, because of course he does.
In his mega form.
Mm-hmm.
God, he looks so cool.
Yes.
And so that was Pokemon.
Yeah, that was Pokemon.
Yeah, I really thought there would be more. I wanted them to announce, like, a movie. Mm-hmm. It's been way too long.
Yeah, just more in general.
It's almost been 10 years since the last movie.
I know. It's crazy.
And I'm like, well, okay, for the 30th then, right? We're holding it off because we're animating each frame like a good artist.
That is how Japan usually animates. Not every cartoon does it the way I explained it. Like, Castlevania
Yeah,
does it the traditional way.
that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a model can really do all that.
Some can.
With the whip?
It would take a lot.
Yeah, it would take a long time. I'd be irritated doing that. Now, it is... Do you have anything more about Pokemon?
I wish I did, but there's just nothing else.
It was just a letdown. Okay, it's box office trolls.
The box office trolls.
Number 1 is Captain America, The Brave New World.
Yay.
It has fallen, but it's still making money.
It's still number 1, so that's good.
Last time I checked, it made over $300 million.
I want it to do well. I want it to be a financial success, because I don't want them to give up on Sam and New Falcon, who I gotta figure out his name.
Joaquin.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
I don't want them to give up on them. I want them to do more movies and be in more things.
They're supposed to be in the Avengers. They're building a new Avengers team.
I think they should just have a TV series, quite frankly. Where very CW Arrowverse-esque, where they just go on adventures and stuff. I think that would be fun.
Okay. Right now, Marvel's top priority is Avengers.
Yeah, I know. I can dream.
Number 2, Last Breath.
Sure.
Number 3, The Monkey.
Good for them.
Number 4, Paddington Goes Home.
Nice. Good for them.
Number 5, Dogman.
Huh.
Number 6, Mufasa.
Boo.
Number 7, Ne Ja 2.
Yeah.
Number 8, Hard Eyes.
Okay.
It's only been in theaters for 4 weeks.
It's been a long life.
Dude, I don't know. February really took a lot out of me.
That doesn't even include January, which felt like a lifetime every day.
Yeah. Man, okay. Number 9, The Unbreakable Boy. Well, this boy got broken. And number 10, One of Them Days.
Cool.
Where are all the movies?
No one's releasing nothing.
Why?
I have no idea.
There's shows going off all over the place.
I know. Maybe they didn't want to compete with Captain America, but I don't think anyone was that worried about it.
Yeah, I mean, the movie that got pushed back 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would have been like, yeah, I could take that one on.
I have no idea. Who knows?
That's strange. Doctor Strange. There.
Catchphrase. Reference. Marvel.
Well, there's 4 images running around on the internet right now that are posing as leaked concept art for Doomsday.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
There are some weird fuzzy things going on with these 4 images.
Like, I'm worried they're AI, but I don't know if it, like someone just made AI images and is trying to peddle this as like a factoid, or if Disney is using AI art, which wouldn't surprise me.
Haven't they already been accused of doing this before?
Yeah, with
Fantastic
Four. Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the images is Peter Quill on the couch eating the sandwich with his arm around White Vision.
Yes.
Are we just going to call him Vision? I don't know.
It was confusing because Peter Quill looks like movie 1 Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
With the red jacket and everything.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't think he knows this man. I don't think they ever met. I don't think anyone got to meet Vision.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they couldn't just like have met each other, became friends, and hung out.
I suppose. It's a weird one.
It is. But Peter's cool.
It's kind of like, one of them is also Mordo in Wakanda.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's also a couple people who've never met.
Okay, I would assume Doctor Doom would scare them enough that they would kind of go out and find other people to try and team up or gain weapons.
Maybe?
If I was going to Wakanda, I'm going to assume I'm stealing weapons.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm the bad wizard.
Yeah.
Isn't the suit, like, magical?
Do wizards need weapons? Aren't you the weapon?
Okay.
And for my next spell, gun.
You shoot Doctor Doom. Another one was Hulk. She-Hulk, I'm assuming, and Scar on an alien planet.
I hated that one because I hate Scar. I think he's stupid.
And it made me just go, if this is real, where were you?
I know. I don't want.
And then the last one was like a medieval throne with Doctor Doom sitting on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if these are real.
We're talking. It gives us something to talk about, right?
Yeah. It wasn't that... Anyways.
The next Avengers movie is relatively soon, and no one has any idea what is actually happening in it. We don't even really know if Doctor Doom is the important one.
I know that they're filming them back to back.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the first installment is due next May.
Yeah.
Not this May, but next year's May.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's a really short amount of time to get a lot of that animation done.
Yeah, the CG and everything.
And I know they rush it.
Yep.
And it's also an Avengers movie. Maybe they'll kick in the cash and get more animators?
I don't have a lot of faith
and
in
that's why they canceled Tiana. Because they needed them to do Avengers.
with their Toon Boom style puppet animation.
Yes. So the movie we watched this week was Venom.
Yeah.
I chose Venom because I wanted something just a little easier than Godzilla.
Yeah, like popcorn, you know?
Yes. And I'm go ahead and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to tell you this. The movie it doesn't matter to me.
No.
You know?
Which is a shame because I like Venom.
Yes, I love Venom too. it was just the first time I saw this. We watched it in theaters.
No, we didn't. Did we?
I thought we did.
I don't think we did.
Okay, well, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, dude, that was a good movie. That was back in 2018, right?
Yeah.
Opinions change really quick.
Quite a while ago.
Then I got it on DVD, which is weird. I have a physical copy of this movie that I don't like.
Yes.
And I tried to watch it again because I was like, oh, I remember liking that one. And when I watched it the second time, I got about halfway through before I was like, no, that is just a terrible movie. Took me years later, finally for this review, I sat down and watched it. I enjoyed it upon this the viewing. That's why I'm not so negative about it in the review. It's still a bad movie.
It's not. Yeah, it's not horrible. It's mostly just kind of bland.
Yeah, honestly, it's just a 2000s superhero movie.
Yeah, it's missing a lot of personality.
Yep.
And which is crazy because Venom is one of the biggest personalities in all of comic media, I would say, and it's just so milquetoast. And also slow. It takes ages for Venom to actually attach to Eddie.
Yeah.
And then it's a lot of like Eddie being confused and Venom being like, I'm Venom. And then very suddenly we're just at the climax.
Yeah, and they're just like, we have to trust each other.
I'm like, I guess we just kind of sped run past everything.
There is an F-bomb in the movie. I didn't notice that until I was grabbing footage, which I thought was weird.
There's one F-bomb.
Yep, it's where Venom is hanging onto like the side of a building while he's watching Riot go across the bridge. And it's Eddie talking to Venom. Because he's clearly Venom right now.
Yep.
And he drops the F-bomb. And I was like, it's so quiet.
Yes.
Upon all the viewings, I never knew that he said that.
It's also, like, weird, because they say shit several times.
Oh my, he says it a lot.
But at the end, when he, like, menaces at that one guy, he says, rolling down the street like a turd in the wind. And it's like, that does not have any weight. You should have said, like, a shit in the wind. Because that's the actual phrase. Weird decisions.
Also, by changing that word to turd, and it doesn't rhyme, it's upsetting, but it still means the same thing, kind of.
Yes.
It makes it a bit more catchy.
I guess. I think it's because they used that scene as, like, a promotional.
Which is weird. It's the last scene of the film.
Yeah, but it's also, like, you get the like, dual face thing.
Yeah, when he opens... Which, by the way, when his face opens up and you see Eddie's, and, like, what happens is half the face opens and the mouth furls open.
Yeah.
So his teeth pull back, and you see Eddie.
Yes.
And he's like, we are Venom. And then it closes. When it closes, that eye... that right eye of Venom doesn't match the left eye.
Damn.
And it was something I noticed while editing. I was just cutting through that scene to get that shot of him. And every time when it closed and I looked at the two eyes dead on,
They're like, oh.
you can just see that line. They're unsymmetrical.
Dang.
And then a frame and they're back to normal. Bad animation.
Woof. I'm so disappointed. Because I remember, like seeing the teaser for the first time when you see Venom overtake Eddie.
Yes.
And it looks so cool. And it's like, oh, this is going to be so cool. And then it ended up not being that cool.
Yeah, to not have Spider-Man involved at all was very disappointing. I could be absolutely wrong here, but I do believe that Venom learned to do the web thing because of Peter.
Yes.
And his time in
Peter. At least in one certain version of Venom, that is true.
Yeah, and he shoots them out of his wrists.
Yeah.
While this one doesn't do that,
No.
he just sticks things out of his body. Like how do I describe? He has tentacles.
Yeah.
He's like sometimes when he's jumping around, he just has tentacles shooting out of him. And I was like, I'm sure he could do that, but he should be able to also use his web thing to move around.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
A lot of the characters are very basic.
Yeah, the bad guy, Drake.
Ugh. Boring as all hell. It's like, I'm obvious cartoon villain man.
Yeah. Oh, it's so bad. And yeah, the heart of the movie, and I say this in the review, is about two losers becoming best friends. That superhero movie, losers.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. That doesn't really work for me, you know?
I mean, it's close to what Venom is about. the original story of Eddie Brock and Venom, but not enough.
Yeah, not enough. And then, okay, there's a lack of violence.
Yeah, confusingly so.
It is. So, Venom is biting people's heads off, but the way it's edited,
Yeah.
you just see like white chips moving.
It's always off screen. Like you'll see like a shadow on a wall, or we'll cut away, or whatever.
Or, yeah, Venom's body will cover it.
There won't even be like a blood, like he eats that guy at the end in the convenience store. Not even like a blood splatter or nothing. Pristinely clean. It's like Patrick Bateman dragging that body into the trunk of his car.
Yes.
And there's not a single drop of blood behind him.
Because he's not dragging a body.
Yes.
That's to be determined. I didn't want to attack the film for not being violent. There is action scenes. Venom does admit that he eats people.
Mm-hmm.
The bad guy Drake is straight up killing people.
Yeah.
He kills his own doctor, assistant, lover, who definitely did not agree to that. He says one of the creepiest goddamn lines to her, where he's like, then our children will have our legacy. And she's like, what? And he's like, after this. And then leaves, and you're just like, what the
It's just a weird movie.
It is. It's a very bizarre movie. Now, is the PG-13 an excuse for the next one where it's Carnage, who's literally a serial killer?
Yeah, no.
No, and then that's where we get to talk about it. But I've never seen the second or third one. We will eventually get through them.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed Venom, but it wasn't a good movie.
No. Like everything with Brock and Venom was fine. Literally every single other piece of the puzzle was the most boring parts. Like his girlfriend, like that he broke up with, that broke up with him.
Yeah.
Like her entire character and her like role in the story, super boring. Like completely run of the mill.
They do, like, she has her new boyfriend, the doctor, and they do show up to help him at times. Like when Eddie doesn't have Venom. Mm-hmm. Venom takes over her, she becomes She-Venom.
It's just weird.
And then she, like, kisses him, and then Venom leaves to go back into Eddie.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I didn't need that scene. I really didn't. I was just... And when she pops out of the forest, you're like, what the hell? Okay, what do you have going on this week?
It's going to be a compilation video of my design shorts talking about Has-Been Hotel.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Nice. I've got the next part of Doki coming up.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure we're going to run into the dark stuff soon.
I think so.
It's been 2 hours of gameplay, and you said, what, this is only a 4-hour game?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm also a slow reader.
Yeah, it might be more like 6 hours for you.
Damn, you saying I'm that slow?
Well, you know, it happens.
Okay. And then the film review for next week is Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim.
Yeah, did we give it away when we talked about figuring out how to spell Rohirrim in the beginning?
Yeah. We did watch it. It was a good movie. I'm not going to talk about it here.
Nope, you gotta come back next week.
And next week we'll talk about it, of course. I am disappointed with Pokemon Day.
Yeah, I was too. I just wanted something a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like maybe even just like last year, we got the little animation of them dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even get nothing like that this year.
Yeah.
Oh, you want an easy question of the week? It could be, which of the Legends starters do you want? Which of the three are you picking?
Oh, which starter are you picking for Pokemon Za?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can do that as a question.
Nice.
I forgot to post a question about Pokemon Day, but the truth is, I was so upset.
Yes.
And I was just like, you know what? We don't need a question.
Yeah.
Because the question is, Nintendo, what were you thinking?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't need to have a whole day to tell me 20 minutes of...
4
minutes.
Updates.
Yeah, 4 minutes of things I actually needed, and 16 minutes of stuff that you could have just put in an email.
100%.
Okay, thank you for watching. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Testing.
Testing. I could be as loud as you, too.
Well, I speak louder than you usually do.
Is that why you're always yelling?
No, because I naturally speak louder.
Okay.